if it's not one thing, it's another.
Yep.
If rain here, rain there, rain everywhere. Yeah, a typhoon swelled rivers and flooded low-lying areas as it passed over the storm-battered northeastern Philippines, leaving at least 13 people dead and 15 others missing, officials said on Thursday of this week.
Wow.
And believe me, I've never experienced a typhoon, and I don't think I ever want to experience one.
Neither have I. It's so interesting. They said that, you know, electricity poles toppled over. They have to be looking for persons. Like, it's just been...
And it's like, think about what's happening here.
Yeah.
And think about that multiplied by
100. Yeah, that's...
Literally.
That's a little bit crazy, but... we just have to hope and pray and wish for the best for the rest of 2020. You know, I think 2020 every year, everywhere, sorry.
It feels like every year.
Every year.
Yes, ma'am.
Every month feels like every year.
Indeed.
Because it's always just something else.
I'm going to know what it is, though. Is it like these things were happening before, but for some reason this year everything just feels...
Like escalated?
Yeah, man.
So it seems that they've deployed like rescue teams to try and just see what they can do given the circumstances. So I'm just hoping that, you know.
Yeah, almost like 200,000 people had to evacuate. But I think this is things that they would have been prepared for. But
already.
As much as you can prepare, it's still devastating when you hear news like this. Because I think about the Philippines and how low the areas are.
Right.
And typhoons, they happen suddenly. You know, it's like...
In an instant.
Yeah,
probably we could relate in terms of like what an earthquake would be. Literally, like we don't see it coming really, but it just happens.
Yeah.
And we don't know what to expect.
True.
We don't know the kind of damage to expect. We just know, say, if it happens, these are the precautions that you have to take, just in case.
Yeah.
But we're just hoping and praying for the best. Every part of this world right now.
Yeah.
Not so?
Natural disasters.
Yes. All right, next up.
Even so that the president had to take a break from a summit to come back. That's
because
how serious it is, man.
Everything is upside down. So, boy, as you say, when it's not one thing,
it's the other.
It's the other. All right, next up, Jamaica on Wednesday, November 11, recorded 53 additional COVID-19 cases with ages ranging from 17 to 62 years, increasing the total to 9,634, of which 4,237 are active. Where to begin with COVID?
All right, where to begin, where to go.
Where to go.
It's almost like you don't know what to do, where to look.
And we just have to keep encouraging persons to wear your masks, practice social distancing, and sanitize and stay as clean as possible.
But Talia, to be honest with you, the social distancing thing,
it's hard.
It is getting to me. And I still practice it and I still encourage people to practice, but it is hard, man. When I see a friend of mine who I haven't seen in a long time, my automatic response
is to hug.
It's
to hug. True. That actually has been happening to me a lot recently. And I'm like, do we hug? Man. No, we do not. Okay, elbow bump. And you're like, it's so informal and well,
it's inhuman.
We just know.
As humans, and I said it to somebody the other day, we like to interact. As much as people might say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like...
Yeah, we actually do.
We love. And it's now I get to realize that I actually love being around people. And,
and you know what? I'm hoping that with this change in our society and the world, that I'm just hoping that people don't become more callous and, you know, because you're not interacting with people, you're not hugging people, you're not being as just considerate and supportive, you know what I mean? So, yes, we're encouraging persons to reach out, especially with this whole mental health, all of these mental health issues that have been going on, especially, because of COVID. We just have to say, guys, we have to try to keep the numbers down. Like, the numbers have been going down, just try and keep them down. And then what has been happening a lot too is the illegal parties, and then all of the things that rolling off from it.
It's a whole heap of things. And because someone will say, all right, illegal parties are happening, but you've had general elections. So people are always saying, if this can happen for this, why can't it happen for this? But I guess we all have a collective role to play. And as you said, we have to try our best.
Personal responsibility.
And I think we'll come out better at the end of this, because I think a lot of people have grown well, I have especially grown to appreciate those around me.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen next.
So
so many things.
So, and I saw a meme online that says, maybe you have to give up those big family gatherings in 2020 just to make sure that your family is still around in 2021. So those are a few little things that we can actually consider. But guys, you know, just go and hold it. Just go and hold it.
Yeah. All right, so we moved to Detroit, Indianapolis, where they have given up on the in-person schooling. Some governors are reimposing restrictions on bars and restaurants and are getting more serious about masks as the coast-to-coast resurgence of the coronavirus sends deaths, hospitalization, and new infections soaring. And I guess that would come as a result of their election. The numbers are going to continue to go up because, I mean, other people have the opinion that the pandemic has been mismanaged by some countries and better managed by others. And I think America would fall in that category where some states have mismanaged it because even my home state, where I went to school and I lived for a few years, Texas, they have gone back up in cases.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. So I was actually reading where it says deaths per day in the U.S. have soared more than 40% over the past 2 weeks. Gee wee! So from an average of about 790 to more than 1,100, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's easy for people, whether home or abroad, to look at TV and say, well, I'm not in the intensive care unit. My mother isn't there, my father's in there, so I'm fine. But you may have friends who have lost relatives, who have lost families, and it continues to happen.
And it seems that a lot of persons, people react differently to this.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I mean, you may not have asthma, but somebody else has asthma. You know, or some form of underlying condition that they probably don't even know about. So we really is just being mindful of each other. But boy, we just have to see what is gonna happen next.
Yeah, and I think what it is now, though, Talia, a lot of people, I guess some people are frustrated because for the past couple of months, all we've been doing, most of us, is staying home. But we have to, if we plan to beat this thing, we have to beat it together.
True. Yeah. So true. So true. But that's all for our trending topics, guys. Yes. That's all for our trending topics.
Well, I don't want no more trending topics. We have to do it.
Corona, typhoon,
rain,
no more in-person class because of Corona. And you know, it's so interesting because our government was actually going to do this whole test run of the whole in-person class kind of vibe. And then the rain come and it's like, hey, hold up there.
If it's not Corona, it's the rain. But I think though, like you talk about our in-person classes, I think we can still try. I think we
can make an attempt, you know, but at the same time you're saying, boy, when the kids are sick, the parents are probably going to say, look here now, school will keep you going. Because you remember back in the day when we used to sick?
My mother.
No, I don't know if you remember back in the day when you used to sick. I used to try and say, boy, I have a little stomach ache, my head hurt me. School is keeping rain, snow, hail, anything. You're going to school.
All right, that's what I said. That's it for the trending topics, everyone.
Yes.